High praise, I'd give the album a solid 7 out of 10, and that's a high score for me, says Nick Lowe. The new album is a retro-styled trawl through rock and roll, rockabilly, soul, and the golden age of Tin Pan Alley. It's not like I'm a hit-making machine, decides Nick Lowe with refreshing candor. Quite the reverse, he continues as he considers nearly 6 decades in the music business. But I can't help thinking, hang on a minute, isn't this the bloke whose songs and production duties have left an indelible mark on pop culture? In tandem with punk, Lowe surfed the crest of the new wave, and as his debut album title suggests, he was the scene's Jesus of cool. Among his songs is Cruel to Be Kind, originally intended for his first major band, Brinsley Schwarz, purveyors of pub rock in the early 70s. Re-recorded in 1979 for his second solo album, Labor of Lust, the song earned Lowe a place on the list of American one-hit wonders. That's high praise indeed, he tells me with a wry smile. Then there's What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding, covered in style by the singer Lowe describes as his younger, more successful brother, Elvis Costello. In 1992, the song reached even greater heights of popularity when the Curtis Stegers version graced the mega-selling soundtrack to The Bodyguard, starring Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. Other Lowe compositions that may ring a bell include So It Goes, I Love the Sound of Breaking Glass, and I Knew the Bride, when she used to rock and roll. There are the songs he recorded with his other band, Rockpile, alongside Dave Edmunds, such as When I Write the Book and Play That Fast Thing. One More Time, Smell of Onions, and What About the Beast in Me, written for Johnny Cash when Lowe was married to the Man in Black's stepdaughter, Carlene Carter. Let's also not forget that Lowe, as producer, helmed Costello's first 5 LPs, debut singles by The Dan, New Rose, and Pretenders, Stop Your Sobbing, as well as albums by Dart Feelgood, Graham Parker, and Reckless Eric, among others. But I'm meeting him to celebrate his first studio album in 11 years, Indoor Safari, a retro-styled trawl through rock and roll, rockabilly, soul, and the golden age of Tin Pan Alley. The 12 tracks are a masterclass in songwriting, crafted in the company of his mysterious, mask-wearing but finely tuned American partners in crime, Lost Straitjackets. They're a terrific bunch, and they found their own way of interpreting my songs, says Lowe over a flat white outside a coffee shop near the BDC building, a stone's throw from Oxford Circus. As for the instrumental group's intimidating Mexican wrestling masks, he adds, they present themselves as one entity. Audiences aren't distracted by a guitar player being a bit more handsome than the drummer. Lowe is happy with the results of their combined labors but keeps up his self-deprecating tone. I give the album a solid 7 out of 10, and that's a high score for me, he says. There I was thinking of at least an 8. At 75, Lowe is looking well, big, chunky glasses and a full, bequiffed head of white hair giving him the air of a rock elder statesman. But I soon discover that the songwriter known to some as the Bard of Brentford has few airs and graces, just a whole bunch of fascinating tales. For most of his career, Lowe has lived in the West London town that is home to the Premier League's high-flying red and white-striped Bees. Actually, I've got 2 houses in Brentford, he informs me. One is the family home and the other is the little house I've had since I first moved there. I use it as a writing place, somewhere to get away from it all and stay up late. As for the football club, currently punching above its weight at 6th in the top tier, Lowe admits, I have a season ticket, but I don't like it when it's freezing cold. He says the club's new ground, the community stadium, is a far cry from its former home at Griffin Park. Thinking about the old days, I can remember the smell of onions and this lethal entrance tunnel, which was an accident waiting to happen, he says. Now we have a fantastic stadium and the fans create a big atmosphere. Lowe heaps praise on Danish manager Thomas Frank, who, he says, has great energy and has stuck with the young team. But we digress. This is all about the man who first plied his trade in the sweaty, smoke-filled pubs of London. The vibrant, no-frills pub rock scene was the forerunner to punk and new wave, and Lowe, as a member of Brinsley Schwarz, recalls having a fantastic time. Among his peers were Dar Feelgood, Ian Dury with his band Kilburn, and the High Roads, and, lest we forget, Dire Straits, who started out as a pub rock group.